And something else that's also available now in America is what you might call the Beast from the East. This is the East German or Deutsche Reichsbahn Baureihe 50 or BR50 Class 50 number series steam locomotive. In America we would call it a 210O for its wheel arrangement, but they go by the number series, the BR50. Anyways, this is truly a monster, and the PIKO model has not one but two powerful Buehler 7-pole ball bearing motors and stainless steel driver tires. It's really made to run and run incredibly smoothly, and it is incredibly detailed. All kinds of piping and fittings and all kinds of cool things, and it also has quite a few little tricks up its sleeve as well. There is a version that is non-sound, non-digital, for those who prefer that, and then the more popular one, as it's proving, is the one that's the first PIKO European locomotive from the factory equipped with sound, and that sound does provide some basic functions on analog DC, but to get the most out of this this fantastic locomotive, you're going to want a DCC system like the PIKO digital system, and we can give you a demonstration of just a few of those features. There are so many, it's hard to list them all, but lots of cool stuff. Of course, first up we will need some lights, and we can turn the lights on, and we have also a light in the cab as well, and we'll want some smoke on, and that will pump out the volume as we get rolling here. And of course, most of all, we want some sound going. We've got the generator making power for the lights on the real locomotive, so we hear the sound of that running, and other sounds of the locomotive, the steam hiss as it's standing still, and we'll hear all kinds of other cool things that happen. If you ever stand next to a steam locomotive standing still, it doesn't just make one sound, it makes all kinds of different sounds. The air pumps pumping up the air pressure in the brake cylinders, and we'll give a ring of the bell. And European bells are different. This is a mechanical ringer bell, so it sounds different than a bell with the fireman pulling on the bell cord. And the whistle has been described by some as a moose call. I think it's pretty cool though. So let's get underway, and we'll momentarily turn off the sound while we let it run. And a very cool feature that operates on digital is a first from PIKO. The coal load in the tender you won't notice immediately, but as you run over a few minutes time, you take another look at the locomotive and you'll say, hey, the coal load is not as high up in the tender as it was a few minutes ago. And over a period of some minutes, the coal load will go down, just like a real locomotive using coal. And actually it will reach a point where the locomotive will slow down to conserve its fuel, and you will need to refuel the tender by pressing the number 7 key on your digital system, and that will raise the coal load back up and back to the normal operation. So a really cool feature. That was a kind of a surprise brought to you by PIKO. Wasn't even announced in the original catalog literature. So this is a real flagship locomotive, and we wanted to bring you an extra little trick along with all the cool sound features. Okay, our locomotive's been running for a few minutes, and the coal load is down quite a bit, and we're going to bring it into a stop here. The brake squeal, and we would pull into the coaling station and press the number 7 button on our remote, and the coal load goes back up, refueled, and ready to run again. You can keep the number 7 button active if you don't want to use that coal feature. It's a cool feature. A little extra touch of realism.